you ever dreamed of going to a remote island and meeting the girl of your dreams? No, of course not. An island sounds really boring, and the girl of your dreams sounds like a disaster also, because it's like, then you feel like you have to perform, and you have to go hard. It's like, you don't want to lose it. And what even is this shit? Like, fuck all that. You only know if it was that after the fact. If you know it's like that while it's happening, then there's a weird exchange there. There's a weird dynamic here. I don't like that. That's the point? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's the point. Oh yeah, you get it, yeah. Yeah, Sunny V2 says some really dumb shit sometimes, and yeah, I think overall Sunny V2 is just kind of like, I understand that YouTube is very algorithm and analytically based, and a lot of content they being driven is gonna all stats made and numbers made, which makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, there will always be a big place and parts of just people doing things for the sake of doing them. And I think analyzing things in a numbers way, when it's more creative, it doesn't help anybody. It's like, why would this guy do this? He's gonna lose this and lose that. And it's like, okay, I lost this. Now where's the problem at? Like, well, you're gonna lose this, and then, well, you're gonna have less of that. It's like, okay, now explain what the problem is at, because I don't see the problem in any of this shit. I can do what I want. I can have fun. I can do things that are creative, and then we have less of what, like, likes or retweets, and so what? Like, if you're just fucking, if you do result based analysis dog shit content, then at that point you become you build a system and you become a slave to your own system, and you say, oh, but dude, that's how the world works. It's how the system works. Well, not really. It's how your system works, and you're a prisoner of that build, because there is place for non-soulless content out there. And I think the way that Sunny V2 analyzes things is always in the soulless manner. And I think him seeing the Mr. Beast thing in the most soulless way kind of sucks like all the value of some of these personalities and shit. And especially when he says, oh, this personality will get less views or will perform not as good. It's like, okay, cool. I would rather have content that 10 people saw that pleased 8 people, right? Than something that 100 people saw and pleased fucking, I don't know, like 20 of them. Because by ratio, I didn't do as good. Because you can always upscale things, right? But ratio, though, that's a whole different story. Yeah, you have a more condensed impact. Well, no, you wouldn't. Of course I would. What the fuck are you on about? Bro, these days we kind of just do brain rot shit because it's just kind of how it goes. But I don't think you understand it. I'm giving you numbers, and you're not understanding my point because you're stuck on the numbers. So I'm trying to go away from the numbers. It's useless. Just trying to tell you that him saying like, oh, less people likes that, and they won't watch anymore, or like it's gonna tank Mr. Beast's career or whatever. It's just like short-sighted. Because what was the point when they started? Was it to target something? Was it to maximize a certain mindset or like certain personalities? It wasn't. They just got people together and they just said, yo, let's make some videos. Pretty much. Right? That's gonna how they went. So why would you mechanically reverse organic progress? Because you get somewhere through organic progression, and from there, right? It's organic, and it just worked, right? And because you made it, Now you make the argument that you have to start eroding the fabric of what you created, right? Because of the fact that it has good analytics, or that it's big, or that it's successful. Well, because then you're losing, why was it successful in the first place? Well, because it was organic. Well, why are you changing the formula, and why are you going backwards? Why are you eroding at that point? It's why I try to tell the fan that was on stream the other day, and I talked on Discord, right? I said it. What I said to her? I said, you could have been anybody, and you wouldn't be on Discord. You're on Discord. So why do you pop on Discord, and now you're everybody else? The only reason why you're here is that you're you. So why don't you do you instead of doing everybody else that's not here? So you get somewhere by being a certain way, right? Okay, let me give you another example. I used to get hosted a lot. And I used to host during Overwatch. There's a bunch of reasons why I don't host, but whatever. Somebody is fun and cool and unique. You host them. Yo guys, welcome guys. Welcome to my channel, guys. If you want to leave a follow right now, guys, at the bottom there's a button. It's purple. Click follow, and please watch tomorrow. I go live every day at 8 a.m. Like, dude, there is like hundreds of thousands of people that do this. I didn't host them. I hosted you. So then, as soon as more people come in, you give them what everybody else can give them, and you forget to give them you? Well, that's just fucking stupid. I know what your problem is. You know? Because at the end of the day, they could watch everybody else, but they watch you. So, do you. Right? Kind of how it is. Otherwise, you're working about that's one of the reasons why I didn't agree with his take about Mr. Beast. The only thing that I point out though is as a counter argument, if some of the backlash or some of the drama or whatever that people put on becomes too big, that's fine because YouTube is very bing, boom. YouTube is like this. I make a taco, bing. I put the taco on a car, bang. You chat, you buy the taco, and you're eating the taco. I made the taco, you eat the taco. When you think of live content, the taco doesn't need the car. The taco is like it's like the trucks, taco cars, taco van. The taco is right next to the person who eats the taco. And sometimes it's so close to him that we're making the taco together. Right? Listen to me. This is very important. This is a very important analogy. Right? So when you think of live content, the chat, the live part, it's very ingrained. People are almost part of the content consistently. I cannot escape the chat. Right? But for YouTube, I can make the taco, package it, make it look nice, put the toppings, put in the box. You eat the taco. You get it? So whenever you think about like people's backlash or comments or people being a bunch of bitches on YouTube, well, it only affects the content if you let it. If you let it affect the content, because when it's live, you're just getting shit on as you're doing it, right? Like you're doing it, but But for YouTube, whenever you're in a studio, do you read the comments? Do you go, yo guys, we're in the studio, guys, we're currently filming a video. Johnny Bravo 46 says, fuck you, Mupphead. No. Yeah, I get it, they'll read it here or there, right? And they'll give some feedback and they'll create, right? But they don't fucking create as they read the comments. How do we get to this point? The fact that the only validity of the point of my man's Sunny V2 on YouTube, the only validity he has to this point is if the backlash and the comments get so bad and the person, I think Chris, reads a lot of the comments and now it affects him to the point where the content is shifted. At that point, yes, it has validity because then the nature of the content is changing based off of that effect. But if you just do your thing right? Regardless of what they say, and you keep delivering it, you keep packaging the taco, selling the taco. Then what's the problem? There's no problem. What's the problem? People say, oh, less people buy the taco. Okay, fuck him. Because he's just being him, which is still organic. But then hold on. But then you guys listen to this now. This is a very important part. This is a very, very important part. Very, very important part. If a problem gets so bad and they do change because of the backlash, then I said it, and I still went with this. I said, well, if they were to get affected to the point where like if they can't get fixed and it's always so much and it ruins the product, then just get rid of them. That's it. That's just business. Sorry to say it. Okay. At the end of the day, there are multiple businesses that are open within this empire. There's a lot of employees. People's jobs depend on it. There's a lot of things, and the reality is that if that's a threat to the thing and it can't get fixed, it's not just you have to cut it loose, right? But I don't think they're there, and people are pushing the argument that they are there just to fuck on that person, and I don't think I agree with that. I think it's a very bad mindset. It's a lot of conclusion making. It's a lot of mental gymnastics to pressure him to do what they want him to do, which is odd as fuck. Which is why I think YouTubers should tell their viewers to suck their balls more often. Yo, that's just how it is. Sorry. Yeah, that's the reality of it. Get it? Like, yo guys, we're doing this taco, and you've enjoyed this a lot, right? And every time we come in with a new one, you've eaten 100 different tacos of ours. They're all good. You like all the tacos, right? And on my 200th taco, you start being a bitch ass. Yo, dude, I like this taco. Yo, you guys fell off your taco. Yo, I don't care. I don't care about you taking about the taco, bitch ass. We'll just make a new one next time. No problem. No problem. We'll make a new one. We always make a new one. We always make a new taco. So why are you mauling so hard about that one was bad? There's so many of them. You get it? The problem is that people that get canceled, unfortunately, they think that the taco van got robbed. The taco van got destroyed by the haters. The haters broke my taco van. But people fail to realize that the only reason that the tacos stopped being sold is that the person stopped making them. The van might have a flat tire. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of bad, right? But they can still cook. And they choose to stop cooking. They let the pressure overtake them, and they stop cooking the tacos. Yo, you get it? It was like, oh, dude, we canceled them, bro. We canceled them. Because look, there's no tacos. But they fail to think that, they fail to understand that it's not that they destroyed the van. So the chef is being a bitch ass. Look at Logan Paul. Look at Jake Paul. Look at motherfucking, look at James Brown, or whatever his name is. What's his name again? I forgot. Bro, I forgot. What's his name again? I forgot. Bro, guys, the singer. Chris Brown, my bad. Chris Brown. I think this all the time, but I wish people understood this. Like, I wish people really understood. I wish people stop fucking listening to my bad analogies and listen to the nature of it. Fucking Chris Brown and other people, right? Bro, if people canceled other people for saying a word, well, you would think people would also cancel people that do really bad things or that have done bad things. I'm not gonna fucking judge too hard, okay? But think about it. If somebody says one word, yo, dude, let's cancel them, bro. We got them, bro. Some of the top artists have done like physical bad things, like crimes, and they are balling the fuck out. They are balling out in every way you can think of. Right? Why? Because when shit got trash, right? They went to the taco van and they cooked. That's it. That's the formula. There isn't some big, you can say money because it is. Nope. They just cooked. That's it. It's not about the consistency. It's not about it's just about whether you'll cook or not. Because as long as you cook a product that people want, people are gonna be hungry. People are hungry. People consume. People eat. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's just how that works. So, if the people were stronger and could take more, and people weren't as soft, there wouldn't be any cancel culture. Cancel culture, you know what it is? It's just like Elo Hell. It doesn't exist. It only exists because you make it exist in your own reality and in your own perspective. Yep, real shit. That is true. It is true. Some people are so big and they do something that is so valuable that it doesn't matter. They don't have a platform. They are a platform. They can make a platform. They deliver something that people want, and that'll manifest itself one way or another. That's it. Boom. Get mauled. I don't know what to tell you. You've been talking for an hour? Yeah, no, I'm gonna bed. If it's false, okay, give me one example. Yo, take his hand, chat. His name is Prod Grady. He says absolutely false. Give me one example of an actual canceled person. Go right ahead. I'll listen to you. Not you guys. Him. I'm asking him, not chat. Go ahead. I might actually want to know. I'm not. It's not even a got him. I mean, false. That's not how it works for normal people. What was he saying? What? Is he typing in chat or not? You still don't get it? Don't worry, man. I'm going to bed anyway. It doesn't matter. This is bad. Hold up. Where's he at, man? Well, he says false and then he just leaves. I don't even know this guy, bro. I'm confused. Well, I don't want to debate. I want to tell you that the people that are genuinely canceled, there's only a handful of them. Like, the reason why they're canceled is because they're in jail. They can't cook a taco and sell it to the public from fucking jail, bruh. Most of the time, you just can't do it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is. Leafy isn't in jail. Well, I mean, Leafy could upload on a bunch of platforms. He could build a bunch of shit. He just said, like, fuck it, it's not worth it. The next is that your core fans don't want your tacos anymore. They want it, I think. You just gotta... I don't know. Anyway, what else? The baby? But the baby can still make music. She just didn't make any more music. And when he made it, it wasn't that great. I think he actually let it affect him. I think the baby literally let it affect him, and career-wise, and that's why I think it manifested itself in the results. 6 he's still on YouTube. But what else? Shane Dawson gets 2 million views per video, and he could have uploaded more. I mean, think about it. Shane Dawson kept uploading after all the fucking absolute shitstorm and the weird. I hate to say it. I will never defend a person like that. Okay, cringe shit, deviant shit. If you just uploaded it, people will still watched. He uploads these days. People watch. If after a big ass break he uploads and people watch, you think people just forgot? Nope. It could have just kept uploading. Just didn't upload it. Oh, he wrote me a novella. Oh shit. Hold up. Let me pull this shit up. Oh, I have a point because we're still gonna listen to Ye. Well, yeah, but I mean, when it comes, yeah, I mean that's like Ye's like an empire on its own though. But yeah, you're right though. Read my paragraph. Where? It's not even there. You smoking crack or some shit? I can guest star him, but I don't know. I don't think he'll pick up. Don't make me roll you, bro. You didn't type anything yet. Getting ready. I came up, bitch ass. How about send 10k? Send me 10k, bitch. Come on, dude. Want me to invite you? Did it bug? Ah, my eyes. Well, it doesn't have a fucking cam.
Hello.
Oh, yo, what's up, man? So go ahead, give me your argument. What's up? I'm not gonna be here for too long. I gotta go about it, but go ahead. I said people cancel themselves. Okay, here's the topic, so they don't sidetrack and we don't get lost for like an hour and a half. Okay, here's the topic at hand. Topic at hand is, I think people. It is extremely rare that actual cancellation happens. Cancellation. I don't believe cancellation to be real. People can cancel themselves. You said no, normal people, blah blah. You said we have some fucking random some shit like that, right? And then I asked you for an example of who got canceled, and you said, "Yo, read my paragraph," and you skittled out again. So go ahead.
I mean, I agree with you for public figures, but I just think that normal people get canceled all the time.
Well, no, well, I mean, normal people. Actually, that's not even true. Normal people, go to jail. That's how you get canceled. You go to jail for you do crimes. But also, if you're rich, I mean, you're more likely, I mean, they get away with more. But I don't know what you're saying. Give me an example of somebody who was canceled as a normal person.
There are lesser punishments than jail that people undergo all the time, such as losing their job, losing their careers, losing licenses, like all the things that they built up in their career, they lose because, there's a culture of middle management, of people pushing a certain agenda, and then they just lose, I don't know how else to say it, they just lose their job, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, like, I being canceled is whenever somebody loses the ability to do something, right?
Your job, yeah.
Well, maybe if you get fired, sure, because people at the top, I guess, are being
right.
Yeah, I mean, but
yeah. So I agree with you that.
Do you lose your ability to perform that action?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So your argument is that because you were fired, you can no longer do that. Well, here's my argument. You go to a dentist office and you work for them. You say some dumb shit to the client, right? And then you get fired by your boss. Then you're good enough. Okay. You open up your own dentist office, right? Now what?
The question is whether the firing was justified or not, or whether you actually said something. If you didn't say anything that was actually justifiable to be fired, then obviously that's called.
But you never lose the ability to persevere and still do whatever you do. You just lose it.
I mean, if you're defamed, you do.
You lose that opportunity, that specific one, right?
Right, that's what cancel culture means. So then that would be someone getting canceled.
Okay, so I want you to compartmentalize it and break it down in smaller pieces. So let's say I have 15 sponsors right now, right? Let's say, right, and then I say some bad word, and I lose 8 of them, right? Even if I lost all of them, I can still go live. I can still perform some of my duties, or I can still perform some. I don't lose my ability to perform that and to do it.
Okay, yeah. You're a streamer. As I was saying, I agree with you that people kind of just. I agree that public figures actually they have ground to stand on. They actually can take hits, and a lot of the times the people that say they are getting canceled as public figures are just leaning into that victimization. But I'm telling you that like it's a real thing that
Yeah, of course.
ton of people,
Yes,
actual normal people,
because
literally have their lives ruined
okay. So
by this culture of.
I understand it. And now the problem I have is that you fail to understand that you kind of become a public figure once something that you do becomes big enough for it to be there be a social pressure, right? Canceling pretty much is that there's a social pressure towards either a company or corporate to do the right thing to appease to the public, right? Otherwise, if you get fired, then you get canceled. If you call your boss a really bad word and he fires you because he thinks you're racist, well, you didn't get canceled. You got fired. That is not
right.
the same dynamic.
The social pressure that you're talking about, we call that cancel culture. So you agree with me?
Wait, what?
That social pressure is called cancel culture. It's a culture, a social culture of canceling people for things.
Yeah, but
that's what it is. So you agree with me?
I think you're going on the semantics here. I think you're going on semantics. No, listen. Because you're not canceled. Like,
I mean, okay, then define canceled. Then what is that?
Well, exactly. Canceling it. Somebody they cannot do it anymore. Whatever they're ongoing, they can no longer do. They lose their ability to do. They're canceled.
Yeah, I think that happens to a lot of normal people. When you are defamed, and when everyone in your sphere, your possible sphere, thinks that you're a bad or racist person or something, then that is effectively canceled. You literally cannot do that thing anymore. Like, that's your career over.
Okay, so the way we usually use cancel culture as a word, not even as a buzzword, is when somebody is deplatformed across the board, and let's say that Alex Jones wasn't as big as Alex Jones, right? In that particular moment, when it was deplatformed, right? Well, he wouldn't have his own like InfoWars platform to use because he created that platform. He would have nothing. His voice could not be echoed anywhere. It's GG. That's an actual cancel, right? But that happens extremely rarely. We're talking, it happens like once a year that somebody gets actually canceled. Otherwise, people cancel themselves.
I mean, I think that's just not true.
Give me an example then.
You're not.
Give me one.
Okay, these are okay. I mean, I can't because what I'm speaking of are non-public figures. Like, who am I gonna name?
I need one, and I'm good.
So you want me to name a random citizen, like a friend of my dad's or something? Like,
well, if
if
there was a social pressure for somebody to be canceled, then that social pressure would be known because it happened, right? It happened out there on social media, or there was pressure. So I would be able to see it. There would be some sort of paper trail on some news article or on some. There's an example somewhere that you could give me, even a singular one of them.
No, there wouldn't, because they're not public.
Then
figures.
that wouldn't be what we call canceling. That wouldn't be that.
Yes, it would though, because there's a lot of people who are not public figures who just have careers, like actual careers.
Yeah, but you're failing to understand, bro. Okay. So you're mixing up being canceled and then being punished. if somebody is at work and goes and grabs some girl's booty, right? At that
Yeah,
point,
that's not being canceled. Yeah, that's
you
not
are
being
going
canceled.
to jail for a crime. And then you're going to say, well, you're getting canceled. I mean, this guy's a citizen. I mean, the people caved in for. Well, no. I mean, the guy broke the rules and the law of the workplace, right?
Yep.
And they didn't get canceled. They did a crime. So
Yeah, the issue is when that stuff doesn't happen and people say it does anyway, or false accusations and defamation, and yet the
Then give me
same
one.
thing, and yet the same thing happens.
then I need one. I
Same
need one.
exact
Then give me
response.
one. I need one. It doesn't have to be 10 of them.
okay.
A single one of them. It would be helpful.
Okay, well, if you want to go on mute for like 5 minutes, I can find you an example or something. But I don't like.
Like I said, it's extremely rare.
You're
didn't
just
say.
not aware of it.
Chat says Kevin Spacey. The guy did crimes, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong. I mean, allegedly, anyway, that I heard on the internet. So no way you guys say canceled. I'm pretty sure the guy did some deviant crimes.
But so is your argument that there's never been like a defamation case, like
Not what I said.
first people? Yeah, but well, that's effectively what you're arguing, though, is that
I
normal
argued.
people,
I argued
you're,
that.
you're asking for a single example of a normal person.
Oh yeah, because
losing
I
their
want
job
I
unjustified.
want to get
Like that happens all the time.
well that
That's
you're
not
canceling.
really naive.
That's
You're really
that is
naive,
that well
naive
that
to assume.
well you sound naive. You even brought up a single
that-
example yet. I don't think that that's very fair for you to say that.
You understand the concept of why I can't give you an example?
No, because canceling on that level
It's because
is
it's
from
happening
social
to
pressure.
random normal people.
Okay.
It's not public. Like, I can't
If
give you a
your
name.
if your local KFC got an employee canceled, right? Then it's because of some pressure, and there'd be some sort of paper trail behind it, everyone to see. Otherwise, what else would there be? Like, why would they? Who would the guy listen to? What pressure would he cave in to fire the guy at KFC?
Okay, what?
You would just fire him
What
because he
again?
did something bad, not canceled.
Okay, I'm trying to look up your an example here for you.
Well, you guys had to touch, but you guys have felt to give an example.
I mean, you could find an example too with me. You know, you just Google it.
I mean, chat is linking crimes. I don't know what you guys are kind of falling flat on your face. Linking crimes compared to somebody having a behavior or an opinion you don't agree with is something entirely different. Stop linking crimes and people who commit actual crimes. It's just weird. Like I'm talking like some guy saying like something about like gay or something like that, and then you go like, well, this guy, he killed 3 people. So I guess canceling is real. I'm like, yeah, if you just that you go to jail. Yeah. I guess you did get canceled. And I asked for an example of who got canceled, and nobody could come up with anything.
I mean, people get canceled for jokes a lot.
Who? Give me one. Go ahead. Now you said it.
I mean, I don't have names exactly.
You
but
said
I know
you said
you can
people
just look it up.
for jokes. Now I have 2 components that you stated. I want some sort of evidence or proof, anything at all.
I've already told you that I don't know. I forget. I do not remember.
Fair
I do
enough.
not
Fair
have
enough.
the
I mean,
information
this is
about
very on the
doing
fly, but I would think at least
Yeah.
it's such a strong mindset. You usually have usually when you have a strong sense about something, right? You make a statement. You at least have one on the fly. That's usually how it happens, right? Like usually when I talk to somebody and I say, "Yo, dude, like games are dog shit and they're so poorly made," and like, "Oh my god, like what game? I don't know. Apex is shit. Okay, win." Like I don't have to give you 10 of them. I get one of them.
I disagree
Like that.
because you can also just use logic and reasoning to think, okay, well, this person who's sort of a public figure got canceled and like I don't know,
Which
lost a
one?
medical
Who is
license or
that?
something. Okay, I don't want to. Okay,
Well, it could be anything. I just want an example. I'm not trying to do a gotcha. I'm genuinely I am genuinely inquiring.
plenty. Okay, so plenty of somewhat smaller people have been like banned off Twitter and stuff for quite a while. and I would consider them to be like.
That's because it's a libtard media dog shit. And these bans got reversed. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
It's just.
But what I'm saying is you can use logic to determine that. Well, if this happens to someone like this, what if it were to happen to someone who doesn't have a platform to fall back on? Then that would just be it.
Then
like that's it for their career.
Okay, if you have one platform you use, and you're a one trick. I mean, you're falling flat on your face. Usually, it's just being deplatformed means you don't have a stage to stand on to make your point or voice your argument. That's what canceling is. They remove all avenues of you to stand on a stage for you to voice your opinion or have a voice. That's what canceling is. You lose your voice. The reality is, people that get canceled are either lazy, either they are lazy, or uncreative, or they want to be victim Andy. They don't get canceled. That's how it is. Ignore links, guys. I can't. I don't know. It's hard to click links on just like that.
Right, but okay. So I think let me just lay it out this way. People, you'd obviously agree. People get defamed. Like, that's a thing. Defamation is a thing, right? You would agree? That's a thing that happens?
Yes.
Okay, and then what we call that is an unjustified accusation. That's what defamation is.
So there you go. There again.
And a non-truthful, but hold on, let me say. So in these cases, the issue is that the culture we have now, you don't get defamed for something more serious. You get defamed for something that's minor, that we like joking around and stuff, and you get defamed and canceled. That's what canceling is. You are being defamed for something it's a new form. This is a new culture, and it's lowered the standard for being canceled. For being defamed.
So what's really important here? You're saying a lot of components here that I don't think you get a full grasp of.
Don't bully me.
No. So you're using a lot of. Okay, so listen, I'm not even trying to belittle them. You're using a lot of components here that I don't think you have a full grasp of what is. So go to defamation as the definition of defamation, right? The action of damaging the good rep of somebody, slander or libel, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So then you have to say, if somebody says "yo, dude" and says a really bad word, and people say, wow, that guy said that word, they are not defaming him. Otherwise, that would go against the freedom of the press. It would go against a bunch of things. They're not defaming him. They just said what he did. That's not defamation.
Yeah, no, but people get canceled for things that are untrue. What do you mean? I know what defamation is. People get canceled for things that are false.
Okay. You still don't lose your ability or your platform at that point. You're just having hardships that have been happening since, for decades. Like defamation is a problem. It's why there are laws around it. It's why there are possible civil lawsuits you could have with that. It's why we have a justice system in place for that. But that has nothing to do with anything. How does it have to do with cancellation?
It means that people get canceled. Which is what you said doesn't happen. So
you're telling me that if you lose money because your rep tanks because somebody does defamation, that's canceling? I can still talk on Twitter. I can still tweet something. I can still post on.
Yeah, you're a public figure. I'm talking about a person who loses their job because for example, a coworker lied to them.
They're not deplatformed though. They don't lose their voice.
They lose their job? What do you mean? Like that's bad, no? Isn't that you wouldn't consider? You already said that would be considered canceling.
We went from canceling to somebody losing their job. If you think that losing your job is canceled, I mean that is the problem.
What else does it mean? Losing your job and career.
It's losing your voice and your platform. You cannot voice it anymore. You're gone. That's what canceling means. It means being deplatformed.
Okay, what platform does a normal person have other than their job
Who said normal person?
Social life? Me. Read the first message I sent in chat. The first thing I said. I said I agree with you.
I think you're arguing semantics in bad faith.
Wait. I literally said I agree with you. I agree with you that that public figures lean into the victimization and they still have a platform. Yeah, maybe they lose money, but they still have a platform, and I agreed with you on that. But normal people lose their jobs all the time for things that can't be proven or are false, and due to this cancel culture. It's a real thing.
Okay. I'm just I kind of zoned out.
Okay.
I just kind of zoned out. I just feel like if you do something bad at work and you get fired, that's just kind of how it goes. If you want to say, if you want to argue semantics and say that that's canceling, then sure, so be it, I guess. But
I agree. I mean, that mechanism, we need that mechanism.
Extremely
obviously.
rare. These are very rare occurrences, especially when you apply the actual definition of what canceling means.
There is a tyranny of middle management, and the issue is that middle management is constantly firing people and doing stuff because they are afraid of the backlash of Twitter Andes, of the culture.
You like something?
Like,
What is this? Yeah, I mean, it does happen, but I think so. What you're saying is that you genuinely feel like what people say and the impact of cancel culture is its impact is as much as it will make it seem to be. The main point is that it's not. The main point is that
I mean, I don't even
cancel
know
culture, canceling is usually almost always exclusively self-inflicted. People self-inflict
public
cancellation.
figures, yeah.
If you don't, no.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with you for public figures. Most public figures are totally fine.
Top QB recruit was judged after pulling videos and saying the N-word in a rap song. Okay, so if somebody says something that's the truth, right? Well, I don't know what does this prove? I don't get it. I don't get it. So the school doesn't want to represent and fund somebody who does not represent their values. Right? So that's it. People don't want to sponsor somebody that doesn't reflect their values. That's it. Is this canceled? I don't think you guys remember what canceling means. Is this canceled? It is not canceled. That is not canceled. No. It's just not. He fully accepts the consequences of his action and respects the university. Doesn't sound like somebody who's canceled. Seems like he's just gonna recover and move on. What is this? Bro, what am I reading, bro? Well, who linked this shit there? On the students blast response request to postpone as
yeah.
I don't know what that is. Guys, I don't know how to read these words, honest. Guys, okay, I'm gonna go in 5 minutes. Okay, I think we need to go back, like I said earlier, to what cancel means. So cancel.
26 months down the drain, xQcL.
Okay, let's go back and let's just go and do semantics. Because if you want to argue,
cancel culture is when I can't make my students
if you want to argue
semantics,
semantics, then we're going to do theory. Then we're going to theory with semantics. Then let's just go back to the fucking drawing board and just go shut up.
Okay.
Those are named animals in a acceptable manner are ostracized, boycotted, or shunned. Making social media professional circles where there's social media.
Cancel these nuts, chat. Cancel them
So,
down your throat.
Now
chat.
you understand it. Social media, high-rise celebrities, right? That your normal people argument kind of falls flat from the get-go, right?
Actually, I'm actually
How do
kind of
I get in to say something as I feel like you're right in this X?
I just think your definition of cancel culture is just wrong.
Okay, so I have to get another one.
No, I think the definition you just read is correct, but the one that you always say is wrong. You always say like, "Oh, well, you're entirely you have to be dead and in the grave and non-existent to be canceled." It doesn't like as long as you still have a platform, you're not canceled. It's like, well, no. Read the definition. If you're boycotted or shunned socially, that counts as being canceled.
So, let's say something like Alex Jones, right? He said some crazy shit. People try to get him. People try to get him in real life, on social media, on platforms, try to get him in court. Yet, pretty sure his program still goes live and he will still watch it, and so he still does his thing and makes money, right?
I don't care. I'm talking about the definition. I don't care. I'm talking about the definitions that we are talking about how people do get canceled because the definition of the word canceled means getting shunned socially and boycotted. So people get canceled all the time.
Yeah, but it does happen that just the social pressure is too much. It's not an invincible case. There are like, dude, it does happen. But even in those cases, people can still recover. Like, what about it? Well, what you're saying is that these people like are go live in a cave.
This guy said bacon boy. What the fuck?
Who said that?
What?
Okay, so I don't think you understand. So we're doing two things that I hate in dialogue like this. One, goalpost moving.
Oh yeah.
Goalpost moving and semantics arguing. So
I thought you were talking about
the goalpost is okay. So now we're going from cancel culture, then we're going to public figures, then no people with a job. Like we're just moving the goalpost. Anytime that you lose, you're reeling back on the ground that you have it, and to win another one that's further back. Like,
no, actually, I've been perfectly consistent, except in my definition.
You're just goalposting, literally.
Can I? I've been perfectly consistent, other than my definition of cancel culture, which I literally 10 seconds ago just admitted that I was wrong about. I was stupid. The definition of cancel culture, as you provided to me, is being boycotted or socially shunned.
Okay.
That was the only thing I changed about. I've already admitted that, yeah, public figures sometimes lean into it and act like they're victimized more than they are, and that happens all the time, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I've always said that it happens to normal people, and I've kept my definition consistent since I just admitted it. Like, everything has been consistent. I haven't shifted any goalposts, but I think you agree with me, too, if you just, like, take a, just
to cancel someone, usually a celebrity or other well-known figure, means to stop giving support to that person. The act of cancelling could entail boycotting an actor's movies or no longer.
So it seems like like I said, the severity of what cancelling means keeps getting goalposted. We keep going backwards, right? First, it was losing everything, to losing a platform.
Yeah, I was wrong.
We just keep moving backwards, and now it's like losing any opportunity. And sometimes we even discussed canceling could be just taking accountability for a crime that you did, which is why we have the system of the law in place. You do a crime, you go to jail. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. I don't know what to tell you.
True. Well, the issue is that you and
accountability isn't cancellation. I'm just gonna say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You and me both had. Well, you still have an incorrect definition of cancel culture, despite just reading the correct one. And I did also. I had a more extreme definition of cancel culture, which is, losing your job and losing everything and your whole career and all of that. But so I just didn't even think about that. The definition of cancel culture is just being socially shunned and boycotted for things.
So I just think overall, we had kind of two bars here, right? So one was people affected, right? And then the other bar was severity, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I started pretty much at both maxed out, right? So maxed out cancellation and maxed out celebrity. And then we kind of moved the goalposts because it was like bang. And now it's like, well, no more people with a job with this and that. And severity, they lose one opportunity, one of them. They lose either some funding or they lose a certain, and then so now our medium, our bar is so little because we goalposted. That's how these things work.
No, to be clear, I think the goalpost is just wider. The definition is wider. I still think everything I said is true, that people lose their jobs all the time because they get canceled for stuff that is not true. Like, I still think that's all true. I just also think that you're even more obviously wrong now because your definition of cancel culture is just false. The definition of cancel culture is being boycotted or socially shunned.
Okay, well, okay, and I guess then cancel culture is one is good and two is needed. If that's how we define
unjustified.
Oh no, I think it's good. I think cancel culture is good.
No, I'm saying
because if you do something bad, you should be held accountable. When you do something bad, right, you should be held accountable. Otherwise,
right,
otherwise you just want people to get away with shit. You just want people to just hide and cover up and just be at the top doing crimes.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I said add justified to the definition. Which is, I think, obvious to the definition.
So,
if someone is being shunned or boycotted socially for something that is not justified, that is would be.
So now it's unjustified. So now we have a new goalpost. Now it's the unjustified ones.
It's just a more accurate definition. It's just a.
All right, moving back to the justified ones. Gotcha. We just keep moving.
That is the correct definition. Like, just Google the definition.
No, it's all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all of them. It's not the one that justified or not justified. It's all of them. This includes all of them. It's how that works.
Okay. Either way it exists. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it clear to you that you are even more obviously wrong. like
about what?
Your definition.
About what part?
Because your initial definition, the reason I even bothered to type in chat was because I heard you say, "Oh, it never happens. Oh my God, people are so stupid. You still have Twitter, right? You idiot. You still have Twitter." Like, and
no, I didn't say never. Wrong. I didn't say never because it generally does happen. The people they went super hard on a very slim. And even those people, they weren't even canceled. They canceled themselves.
Right, you said almost never. And I'm saying that is so obviously false. Like, that's just not true.
There's attempts to cancel them, and they either fold or persevere. Most people persevere. Want to know why? Because they are weak. They are now empowering and creating the existence of cancel culture. Now, cancel culture only exists because they give them their existence. If they persevered and did other things, they wouldn't get canceled. They'd be chilling.
What?
That's it. That's it. That's how that works.
I zoned out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
If you persevere, there's very little evidence of anybody on the internet being legitimately canceled. They don't get the platform. They persevere. They do their shit. That's it.
Okay, well, a few things. On the internet, I agree that people persevere usually because if I think what you mean by on the internet, you mean has a platform. So I agree. I don't think anyone really has ever been completely permanently deplatformed.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think.
Okay,
I agree with you in that way.
Then you know what?
But I also think that just because you persevere doesn't mean you weren't canceled in the first place.
Okay.
That's just not how logic works.
Then this guy. Then this guy. So you get a scholarship, and you are promoted, and you are in that case directly funded by you should do something, right? This guy says the N-word. Do you personally agree with saying the N-word?
No.
Okay, then you agree with this.
Agree with what?
I mean, you agree with what happened.
Wait, what happened?
Because you don't agree, you should say it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should say it. I don't get it. What do you mean?
Okay. So does that represent your views as a president? If you were funding somebody and pushing them forward, you say, "Yo, guys, I agree with this," or you don't? You don't. So then you would do this then, right?
What are you asking me? Who am I in this hypothetical? What are you talking about?
Oh, I had some article pulled up. Sorry.
Okay.
He's still canceled? Oh, okay. So I'm confused what the point is here. I think we're going in circles.
Are you asking me a question right now? I'm lost.
That's not what canceling is. That's what we call accountability. You do something, you take accountability for it. You tank. It is what it is. You make a mistake, you tank. Boom. Do you lose your voice? Everything that you have? Do you lose your entire life? Your platform? No. You do something.
Right, but that's not
you get
what
punishments. You move on. It's the concept of accountability.
People are complaining about the unjustified cases, like where double standards occur and stuff, where it's like clear as day, like, okay, this isn't justified, but I'm getting punished for it anyway because some people just won in the battlefield of whose opinion
so
matters.
You're talking about somebody
in
then.
the culture.
Okay, so in this article, this guy says, "Then where do you don't agree with that?" Now you have to find an example of something that you do agree that they did, and it still got canceled. And these are minimal. It's very rare. I'm telling you, that was my point. It's very rare.
I mean, I just don't think it's rare. I mean, it happens all the time on Twitter and stuff.
Yes, it's in a song. Okay, so I want you guys to go to your group chat or your Slack. Okay, you should post a video of yourself singing a song and saying all the N words in it, right? And see what your boss thinks of that. Let's see how that turns out for you. I'm just gonna say it. Even without the pressure of social media, there's a good chance you get fired. Why? Because you did something people don't agree with, and you take accountability for that. That's just how the world works. It seems like people.
But it's different when it's not justified, though.
I haven't seen that, or I didn't see a lot of it anyway. It's pretty rare.
I think you're just blind to it, then.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I just didn't see it. All right.
I mean, I can send you examples once I find them.
With disability, make a job out there. Fake leg and got fired. Okay. That is quite the There again. I will stand on this hill and I'll fight it. I don't think anyone on the internet has. I don't think I can name 5 people in the entirety of the internet who has been genuinely, fully canceled. Yet people say cancel culture is massive. Oh my god, cancel culture is so oppressive and hardcore. Who?
Well, people have been shunned and boycotted, though. Like, you agree, right?
Okay, people have been held accountable for the things that they've done.
Right.
Gotcha.
So when we call that, quote, holding accountable, when that is unjustified, we call that cancel culture.
Okay.
And that happens all the time.
If I get gas at a station and then they post some dumb shit on their wall and it's, I don't agree with it, I don't go there anymore. I just don't like it anymore. That's just kind of how it is. That's it. Did they just cancel them?
Say again? I wasn't.
Did they just cancel them or not?
If you go to a gas station and they do what to you? What?
Well, I'm just saying, it feels like anything you do, anything that people don't agree with it, and think that you do that you're bad. If you do like something bad, right, and you're accountable, you're canceled. I don't know why. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, no. When there's a collective shunning or boycott, like that is. It's not just one person in individual interaction. Someone disagree with you. Oh my God, I was canceled. No, it's when it's a collective boycott and shun. That's
here's another one. All the black claims he was targeted in sweeping OSRS ban amid controversy. Okay, so I think they have terms of service or whatnot, right? And then you break terms of service, then you get banned. Do something you shouldn't do, you get banned, you mauled. Then it's like, all right.
right, but a double standard is not a term of service, though. I agree. Violating terms of service is not getting canceled because you knew that's what you were getting into. It's a terms of service. But when there are certain things, when there are certain double standards happening, when someone has an opinion that, an opinion is just a taste. When someone has a wrong taste or opinion about something and they get banned, that's unjustified. That's wrong.
Okay. What is it?
And cancel culture.
Listen. Just link in chat tomorrow, something like that, when you find an article of one person who's lost something of any value at any given point as a normal citizen that was unjustified. Boom.
Okay, so
then we go posted and we went all the way through. We've shed that rock down to a small pebble. Just give me that. At least give me that pebble. Yeah. Give me that pebble. Just give me it. Give me it.
We did not shift. I did not shift goalposts, by the way. I just corrected myself because I had the
literally billion-dollar corporates tried to paint me as a racist and a homophobe, and you know what? Hey, we out here, baby. We fucking out here, dude. Okay, why? They tried to do something unjustifiably, and I fucking persevered and I pierced through it. What about it? I could have stopped streaming and said, "Oh my God, the world is against me," and I would have been canceled, unless I continued to persevere and I went live every day. I did my own thing and I kept my voice. Not canceled. Two different scenarios.
Okay, yeah, but you're a public figure, though. So, yeah. Yeah, you're not that victimized.
All right, makes sense, yeah.
But normal people wouldn't have that platform to fall back on.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, if you, that's it.
I dropped a link, by the way, but it's a public figure, so it might not count. I gotta go browse my Facebook for 7 liked photos and see if people are complaining about how they got fired for 12 hours to find an example for you.
Well, I don't know who that is. Who is this? Well, this guy should get canceled for having hair like that, to be honest. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. That looks like a toupee, that ass. I mean, yeah, that guy should get canceled. He's wearing a bush. The fuck? This guy's like DGG, like fucking, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow.
My bad. Oh shit, I'm not, dude, bro, this is some deep shit, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. Seems like these guys are racist. I mean, if you don't agree with it, I mean, do you agree with racist Andy or not?
Wait, he's a racist? Really?
I don't know, that's what I read. Did not say racist? Isn't that what it said? No,
I don't know. I didn't read his article, but I know who he is, and I mean, I don't think he's a racist from what I've seen.
The fuck?
Yeah. What? I know who this is. I know all about the Evergreen scandal.
Oh.
I mean, what? Do people actually think this article contains anything of substance? What the hell?
You linked
this. It's a blog, but who is Jacob Ferenkick?
What,
like,
bro?
I don't care
bro,
what this,
you linked this.
Talking about. I sent it to you for the headline. Some guy in chat sent me that link.
Alright.
But
bro.
But yeah, he I mean, I would say that's canceled, Brett Weinstein. And he was kicked off Twitter too.
Who? Him?
Brett Weinstein. Yep.
He's been off Twitter?
Yeah, he was kicked off Twitter until, Elon took over and unbanned everyone.
Oh, so he's not banned anymore.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah, so see the way it works.
So he didn't get canceled, right? Wow.
Well, I mean, from one way or another, right? You understand?
So to you, canceling is like electric chair, sentenced to death, never come back ever again. Like, come on.
So
If
this,
someone is damaging you unjustifiably through mob rule, that's cancel culture. Like, why are we like being so complicated with it?
so unfortunately, the world that we have, some of these platforms are owned privately and they have their own rules. The same way that you own a house or an apartment, and you have your own code of conduct with people that guests that come into your place. So you open your house for a party. And so when you come through, right? Nobody yell because we're gonna get kicked out, right? And then some guy comes in and just yells uncontrollably, right? And you're like, yo, bro, we have a rule here. It says don't yell, so you kick him out, right? The same way, Twitter says, yo, don't spew absolute dog shit called action for violence. Come in there, you do it. Oh my god, I got canceled because I'm banned off of Twitter. Oh my god, I said a word. I said words, and I'm being canceled. Nah, not really. You're just.
Well, that's not what happens though. What happens is people do way less than actually call for violence. They just have opinions, and then they get canceled. So yes, they have the right to do that as a private organization, but that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and say it's good. What like? Private organizations.
I think Twitter's been doing pretty good at not doing that.
Well, that is clueless.
What?
That is clueless.
Okay, give me one.
Donald Trump was banned.
He's unbanned.
On Twitter. Yeah, but the ban was unjustified.
Yeah, and okay, give me another one that is banned.
Brett Weinstein, Jordan Peterson.
Are they banned off of Twitter?
What?
Are they banned off of Twitter? And how it happened? Can I get
they were banned off Twitter for quite a while. For opinions.
All of this isn't like
calling for violence.
Isn't that during like the fucking bro? I thought they just changed management and they stopped doing that.
See, now everyone hates me. Right as soon as I said that, everyone hates me in chat.
Why?
I don't know, because they disagree with those people.
I think a lot of these people sometimes that are like, I think a lot of conservatives like to a lot of times spew.
I'm not victim Andy. I'm not victim Andy.
I'm just saying. I notice a lot. I call libs. I call libtards all the time. Okay, but conservatives a lot of times they love their raw stats without context and without anything, and they just spam that shit a bunch of times, and it's just like okay. It's just odd. It's what I noticed.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't just do that though. You asked me for examples, so I just told you.
And then they say, "Facts, not feelings." And it's like, okay, well, you're just picking up numbers without understanding them. So I don't know. I think.
That's facts though. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed to this.
I'm ready.
I have a big day tomorrow.
Cool.
Well, you got a big day tomorrow or not?
Huh?
You got a big day tomorrow or not?
No, I'm doing literally nothing.
Oh, you got canceled then?
Yeah, aware.
You're just lazy or no? What happened? I closed out of it. Yo, you still there? Oh shit. I had no idea if I closing it would get him out of there. Oh no. Yo, can you hear me? Yo, talk.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't hear him anymore because
hello.
My audio. Oh my god, I have to go to advanced audio properties and I have to remove. Oh my fucking god, I do not none of that, bro. Talk. I refreshed it. Yo? What are you doing tomorrow?
Chat, can you hear me? Hello, chat?
Bro, what? Yeah, I can hear you. What are you doing tomorrow? Oh, you can't hear me. I get it.
Wait, I can't hear you on guest star. I can only hear you by unmuting stream. My head is gonna explode.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
This is bad now. Oh my god, I hear my voice.
Okay,
I hear myself 9 times.
Okay, I gotta go, bro. Bro, I'm going to bed. I'll see you around, man. I'll see you around, brother.
Yep. Hello.
Good arguing, bro. Peace out, man. Take care, bro.
Hello.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna give it. Hey, you know, I'm gonna give it a. Hey, bro. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna be like, listen. I will prove live on it. Cancel culture exists. Actually, look at this. Hey, yo, I don't really like.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
I don't like your opinions, man. Bop. Okay, I'm just kidding. That was good. That was fucked up. But I mean, take it, bro. What's up, man? Okay. How do I hear it? Okay, chat is. Yeah, I have to go to bed. I have to go to bed. Can't wait equals win. Bro, just post good shit. You guys just trolled, bro. I'm still right across the board. Okay, take care, chat. Bye. It's good.